Everything you do in business is the same. Most of us are frustrated, we feel stuck, and we stop doing the things that will work for us just before we get here. Because our appreciation of time, well, it said, well, I don't have it yet, so it can't work, I need to stop. I've been a professional coach for 33 years this year. Yes, I am that old, and I did start coaching when I was 16. I started coaching in sport, kayaking to be precise. Over the last 33 years as a professional coach, I've learned many things. The first thing I've learned is that I'm probably one of the longest standing professional coaches who've only ever earned their money from it, kicking around on earth. But that's not what I want to share with you today. I want to share with you 3 significant lessons today about what I've learned about helping people elevate their performance in business, in life, and in sport. And that when these 3 things are done consistently, they help people go and achieve miracles for themselves. Now, I'm pretty sure that you would like to achieve miracles for you. Everybody I meet, I say, what's the goal? What's the gold medal you want to achieve? And they tell me, oh, well, 4 Olympic gold medals, $10 million cash, $100 million cash, a legacy for my children's children, a private jet, a sports car. I mean, the list just goes on. And then when I say, does anybody you know, have anybody you know ever achieved anything like it? They say, often no. Has anybody in your family? No. And so you're looking to break the mold, break free. That is fantastic, and I want to help you do it. And so these 3 things will help you break free of the mold and experience the miracles that are significantly greater than anybody you know has ever achieved. Your deepest goals and your deepest desires. And so thing number 1 that I learned is that everything is pattern-based. Somebody has already achieved, in fact, usually tens or thousands of people have usually achieved what it is that you would like to achieve. Almost everybody who's achieved the same thing, and I mean 99.9% of them, has done it in the same way. Therefore, there is already a pattern, a proven, trodden path to go and achieve the thing. Your job is to not be clever. Your job is to go and find out what the path is, turn your brain off, and go and follow the path. Simple. It's quite rare to find a self-made billionaire or somebody who's worth $100 million or $500 million who doesn't put in 10 to 14 hours worth of work every single day, often 5 days, 6 days a week. Quite rare to find them. I don't define work as just quickly grabbing a coffee or hours present in the office. I actually define it as being present, doing the thing without being distracted. Therefore, there is a pattern. So if your goal looks like that, there is a pattern for you to follow. Equally, with those patterns, we have to be great at recognizing them because currently you're in patterns. And if those patterns don't align with the patterns of the people who've achieved the thing you want to achieve, you simply will go and achieve the outcomes of the other people who are doing your current pattern. The second thing I'd like to talk about is appreciation of time. Most of us have too small a 5 to 10 year goal and way too big 6, 12 and 18-month goals. You see, if you look at the principles of compound interest or compound effect, you will achieve 80% of what you're going to achieve in the final fifth. If you look at a compound interest graph for investing, it goes like this and it feels dull, and then suddenly it goes shoof and shoots up in the final 20%. That's where most of the gains are made. And everything you do in business is the same. Most of us are frustrated, we feel stuck, and we stop doing the things that will work for us just before we get here. Because our appreciation of time, well, it said, well, I don't have it yet, so it can't work, I need to stop. But I'm reminded of the miner who's swinging at the front of the mine, and he turns around and walks away just before that final strike that will hit the gold. That's what bad time appreciation does to us. Next is the difference between temporary and permanent. There is no permanent on earth, apart from the fact if you've been saved by Jesus, you'll go to heaven, and if you haven't, you will go to hell. The only permanence that exists. That, and I suppose God's love for us, but I mean, that's it. Only permanence. Everything else you do is temporary. It will come and it will go. Some things will come and go in seconds, other things hours, weeks, months. Some things may well even go and be temporary in a 50 or 80 year window. But even marriage is until death do us part, which means that marriage is temporary as well. One of the biggest blocks to performance is we're busy trying to make perfect permanent decisions, even though we only need to make temporary decisions. What making temporary decisions does is it frees you to make a temporary decision now and then change that decision and make another temporary decision and keep moving as the circumstances change. It is the devil that wants you to make perfect permanent decisions because he knows that means you won't move forwards. Next is believing things to be true that are not true. Most of this is to do with mind reading. They don't like me. They think this of me. I think that of them. People over there do this. It's not worth my while going there. The other week, we were in a township in South Africa, and I was mind blown to meet a South African entrepreneur that's making 4.4 million rand a year profit, and he's doing it legally with employees, paying taxes, everything. Now, if you're in the States, 4.4 million rand a year profit is $300,000 a year profit in the poorest parts of South Africa. You see, I'd always believed it to be true that you couldn't, in one of those poorest parts, make that level of money, do it legally, do it ethically, employ people, be registered, pay tax, so on and so forth. And so I had a truth that wasn't true. And we know in our faith that the truth sets us free. And so what are the truths that you believe that people that have got what you want don't believe? That's the challenge you need to break your way through. Now, you're going to have that all over the place. From the clothes that you wear, the car you drive, the food you eat, the exercise you do, the friends you have, the way you engage with your family. And I haven't even mentioned business yet, because we'll be here far too long. So the moment you can start understanding the truths that are true in the lens from the people who've achieved what you want to achieve, you'll be able to accelerate, because now finally you'll be operating in an honest model of the world, honesty in alignment with the outcomes you desire. The last part of all of this is faith. Your faith that he will provide and more, your trust in it, and you're stepping out into it even when you're scared, that is one of the largest indicators of how successful you will be. The devil is going to try and get you to control everything and have everything perfectly planned, and then you'll be confused when somebody like me overtakes you at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And it's simply because I'm willing to let God do his work. I'm willing to let him come and play. I'm willing to thank him, to celebrate him, to share him, and to actually have faith and do what is written in my Bible, as opposed to just memorize it and quote it, often on a Sunday morning. Now, when you do these things that I've mentioned in your life, in your business or in your sport, you will have an accelerated journey beyond anybody else you know. And that brings me on to the last part. You have to be prepared to let go of what you've got around you and the past to obtain what it is you want in your future. Because if you try and keep hold of the past, you're going to have to carry all of that into your future. And usually it is the anchor that prevents you from achieving it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. God bless, and I'll see you soon.